yo.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll go as a loss of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Keenum. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Rolling to his left. Room here to run. Still shedding tackles. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Luck on first down. Shakes off the sack. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. They'll try the air now with Luck. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. After the interception, here's Keenum. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Keenum. His throw incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. but that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
After the interception, it's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. T.J. Watt in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Off of play action, Luck. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, Luck. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Carl Lawson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Now
Keenum. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Check 52. We're good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Roger. Hey, boys, got 4 down. Hey, orange. Give us hot. Roger.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he coughed it up. And the Bengals grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Locke. Out to his left. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Eluding the pressure right. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. On 1st down, Locke. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10, Luck again. Being chased out left. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They run with Pumphrey. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On first, here's Washington. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Let's go.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
No, Roger.
Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. He will push his way down to about the 14. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
53.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to float this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Roger, roger, roger. 22. 22. Hot.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's Pope. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. And the Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Roger, roger, roger.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. But it's brought in by Washington. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Keenum. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now Luck. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Luck now to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here's Luck. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. "14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down.
Hey, go, Roger.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On second down, here's Keenum. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. The reception good for 7. It's third down. On third down, that's Pope, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run again with Bernard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And Bengals on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. From his goal line here, Luck. And Luck is going to run out of time and out of luck as well. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Right back to him on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Roger.
A shotgun snap for Keenum. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Luck on first down. Buying time to his left. And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing him.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. It's Pumphrey on the toss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12.
Down. Hey, go, Roger. Here I come again. Here I come again. Pick the edge. Go. Hey, down.
Again, it's Pumphrey. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kill, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
We got 3, folks. We got 3.
Now a first down throw. Luck throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ross. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Bengals are in for 6.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch 14. 22. 22. I can't believe they even let you. Hey, orange. Brown, got hot. Mary left. Down.
Out of the gun, Keenum. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Roger.
They run with Pope again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Hey, go Roger.
From the gun, it's Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Long. And now here's another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. What a spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Fresh off the pick six, it's Long. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Steps away to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. He's at the 50. The 30. And a super return as he gets this all the way down inside the 25-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Keenum forced out to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
A shotgun snap for Locke. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 2nd and 10, Locke. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Bud Dupree able to drop him for a loss of 4. From the 50, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Complete to the right side, it's Eifert. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 11. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Space to maneuver at the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
No, Roger. Jam.
Keenum's going to throw it here. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the interception by the Steeler Dean leads to a touchdown. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know Protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On second down, here's Love. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. After the interception, here's Keenum. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, but often works when they decide to dial it up.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now, Keenum. To the right side and complete to Washington. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Keenum again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Third and long. It's Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Hey, go, Roger. Check.
Following the fumble recovery, Keenum. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Steelers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?